Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Joel Height. I am with the Ensuring Credit Opportunities for All team, or as I like to call ourselves, Team ECOA. We have 3 different organizations represented on our team. Myself, Chris Appy, and Matt Coleman. We are with Compliance Systems. We are a financial technology company that documents financial transactions for over 1,500 financial institutions. We are a division of CUNA Mutual Group. CUNA Mutual Group serves 35 to 4,000 credit unions. I can't keep up with the number, but it's a lot. We have 2 of our forward-thinking clients with us today. We have Michelle Studer from Ag First Credit Bank and Aaron Simpson from Encore Bank. Before I get started, I just have to recognize our panelists. Appreciate your time today. And when I saw our slot, I did think about something I read once, that those who went before a judge for sentencing right before lunch had worse sentences than those that went earlier today. That's a break. So please don't hold that against us. Hopefully you all fed soon. All right, bad jokes aside, so why are we here? What are we trying to solve? And I think it relates to our overall mission of serving consumers and helping people have a better financial future. So when we think about adverse action and what we want to change how that impacts people who are negatively impacted by it and might go on a downward trajectory when it gets this notice. When I personally think about it, I think about my little brother Cameron in that picture. He's 20 years old, doesn't really use his computer, uses his smartphone all the time. And I think about him, what would he do if he got this letter? Read through it. Would it help educate him? Be able to understand how to improve his financial future? And if he needs money now, where would he go? And when I think about the answers, I don't really like them. They don't make me feel great. So we want to flip adverse action, and we want to make it a positive. So that's who we want to serve. The first step is we need to meet them on that journey. Where are they on that journey, and how do we find them? And that means we need to go mobile. We need to meet them on their mobile phone. Not everyone has a computer. Everyone uses their phones all the time. So we think that's the first place we need to go. And obviously that opens up other opportunities once you go to a technology platform. Things like multilingual or ADA compliance, doing oral disclosures, all those things open up. Thank you for whoever just muted. I was getting a lot of feedback there. So we think going mobile is the direction that we want to take this thing. So, all right, we know who we want to serve. We know where we need to meet them. What are we going to do? And I've seen a couple of the presentations today, and I think there's some similar concepts. But what we want to do is we want to do 3 main things. One is change the content and the format of the document to make it more interactive, make it more educational for them. 2 is to change what's in it. We want to turn this into an opportunity for people to change their financial lives, so including educational materials and really a workout program for how they can change their financial future. And 3rd is, what if they need money now? We do not want this to turn into another debt trap situation where people get denied and go take out a 36% loan. So we want to enable responsible lending opportunities in this event. So I'm going to pull up a quick demo here. So full disclosure, this did not exist prior to this week. I'd say the paint is drying, but if it's a house, the bones are strong. All of the information that you see here, name information, score information, all of the videos and reasons, this isn't vaporware. This is data and information that passes through our systems every day. All we did was we put a skin on it, and we connected some wires. So as far as market readiness, we did this in a week, and we think that we could have something that we could use in the market in a matter of weeks or months. I'm going to compress it. We're talking about mobile, so I will compress it into what would appear to be a mobile phone. And as you can see here, we've modified some of the look and feel, the layout. We're trying to draw the consumer to have their attention painted on, what happened here? Why was I declined? And in this case, we have a decline reason of their score was too low. Now, I'll pause there and talk about, reasons. One of our team members that works at a bank was very passionate about the idea of really opening up the books on underwriting guidelines. So if you decline someone because their score is too low, but all you tell them is that they have too many delinquencies, they don't really know what score they have to get to or how they have to improve to be approved by you again. So opening up the doors on what the lender is thinking and what their policy is to truly help them. And that could include things like you can't reapply for 3 months, or you can reapply in 6 months. So including all of the relevant details to really educate the consumer on the decline reason. Now, we also want them to know, why did this happen? And, today you can ask people to call and get a copy of their credit report. They can call and file a dispute. Well, we've included a link so that you can go directly to your credit report. And that's what we would want to see. We would want to see this notice include the actual credit report that was used in the decision. And again, this is information that banks have. This credit report was used. All we're doing here is connecting the wires. If they see a mistake and they want to file a dispute, link them to the credit bureau website so they can go do that information. Again, people are on their phones. People don't want to call. People don't want to send letters. Let's make it happen where they are. We also could include their application. So, this is what I submitted in the loan. Did I make a mistake? Did I enter the wrong income information? Provide all of this to them so they can review it in real time. Now, obviously, we're modifying the format. We're including information on educating them on the decline reason. We also want to educate them on what affected their score. And I don't know about you, I'm an attorney, and even some of these words, when I first got into compliance, 10 years ago, like what is credit utilization, credit inquiries, what does that mean? Like, it honestly didn't mean a lot to me. So, something as simple as just including some explanatory text around what is this decline reason, how do you address it, and really give them some things to take action on. And again, once you go to a technology-based platform, these are not hard things to do. So beyond understanding the decline reason, understanding your score, we think just financial education is huge. We don't need to rehash how poorly financially educated a lot of Americans are. I don't think I learned about it in school. I just kind of fumbled through it in life. But including some videos, the CFPB has lots of great materials. And this could be an entity's own materials. Some banks have their own training. But really, take this adverse action notice and turn it into a training tool by including some of those educational materials. All right, so I could analogize this. I'd say it's like you go to the doctor, you get a report, your blood pressure is high, you maybe have high cholesterol, you need to work out, but is that enough? Is that going to make change? And I think another thing we want to see is a workout program. So a specifically tailored program that's going to take people from a credit position that they're in to where they want to be and where they need to be. And so we would advocate strongly for including that. We just put an example in here that this is Happy Money. It's an entity that we're have a relationship with, and they do things like, if you want to improve your credit score, pay off this loan first, save money here. Here's a tailored program for you. Now, we're not saying that it has to be this Happy Money. There's lots of entities out there that do this, but we're advocating that this space be made available, that this adverse action notice be turned into something that can send people down a different path, and this would be one of the tools that would be included to make that happen. Now, last but not least is, how do you get a loan now? And I think this is where there's still lots of risk. You may understand your score better now. You may be on a path to a brighter future, but you have an immediate lending need. How do we serve you? How do we solve that problem? And we don't want you to go to a payday lending store, like I said. So I think one example here, this is a fake community development financial institution. Those exist to educate lenders and borrowers and serve borrowers who maybe are newer to credit or have poor credit. There are responsible lending institutions that want to serve people with lower scores or are new to credit. We want to enable access to those. Those are not always easy for consumers to find. So we think that is a huge tool as well. And then as it relates to equal credit opportunity rights and discrimination, making it more interactive, including a link to the FTC website where they can read more information, file a complaint, just making the entire form more interactive is what we're trying to do.
We're at 10 minutes with a couple of questions in the queue.
Perfect. So I'll finish just by saying that what we're trying to accomplish here is enabling better futures for consumers, and it's a huge opportunity to do it. I also encourage everyone, when you have a chance, to go to helpfuldenial.com. That website exists. You can kind of review what we put together this week.